Hello, I'm Joy, and I'll be talking about a topic very important that I have actually made a little bit of research, and I thought it wise to share with you. Alright, so the title of what I'll be sharing today would be the priceless key or priceless keys to long-lasting relationship. Priceless keys to long-lasting relationship. Everyone wants to be in a relationship, whether business or love relationship, that will actually last for a long time. We don't actually want relationships to end, but things happen and they end. So I want to be sharing the priceless keys to having a long-lasting relationship. These are indispensable rules of transgenerational relationship. So the relationship does not just last for as long as you live, but also for your children, unborn children. The relationship continues. All right. First of all, I want to appreciate God for the ideas God gave to me to actually put this together, and His strength. And I appreciate my family and friends too. All right. So the first thing we'll be looking at is elevation by association. This is not a key, but I want to talk about elevation by association. I want you to know that relationship is the bedrock for growth, progress, transformation, and replenishment. Relationship is the bedrock for growth, progress, transformation, and replenishment. It is based on relationship that every human being is born. No matter how lonely we might seem to be, we all have someone we are related to. Your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, someone. Dependency is one of the characteristics of relationship, Our relationships can either build or destroy us. Our associates or relatives, they influence us either positively or negatively. So, and unfortunately, some of us finds it so difficult to have a stable relationship, and it's from that pain and burden in my heart that I actually went on a research and actually had a deep thought about how people could actually maintain long-lasting relationships. We lack the know-how of sustaining mutual relationships. It's either we betray or we are betrayed. Some of us got associated with some people who we thought would share our burdens with us. People who will stand by us and with us. People who will love us for who we are and not the physical things we possess. But we most times get disappointed, We find out how insincere and self-seeking some associates are. We then go our separate ways after finding out, and we live heartbroken. For some time now, I've discovered from experience that both we and our associates break the rules of long-lasting relationship, Either or both of us, we don't keep the rules of association. One party demands what he or she don't give to the other party. We are selfish. You want to be catered for, you do not cater for the other person. You want acts of service, you don't give that act of service. We most times hide it under what's it called? Love language. Check relationships. One people, for instance, I might say this is my love language, but I'm saying this because it's what I cannot give. No, it should not be that way. Your love language should be what you have given enough, and you feel it should be given to you. If you want acts of service, you should be someone who renders service to someone you love. If it's gifts, do same. You might have done that a lot, so you're requiring that should be done to you. That's why I took out time to search the reasons for breakups and separation, and also how to avoid them. I'll be sharing knowledge on maintaining long-lasting relationships and loopholes to actually avoid. All right. So the first key now we're talking about to maintaining long-lasting relationships and also avoid loophole is love. One of the most important key to long-lasting relationship is love. Love is not a feeling, it's an attitude. When you say you love a person, there are sure actions you portray continually, notwithstanding the situation. Love is the basic foundation of any relationship, because it's upon love that the remaining keys are birthed. The keys to long-lasting relationship. Love is the foundation of it. Love shouldn't be dependent on the person's behavior. You love notwithstanding the other person's flaws. We often expect some kind of goodwill from our associates, but we ignore the fact that we reap what we sow. We always desire kindness from people, but we never show kindness to others. Whenever you don't feel loved, take some time to examine your life. Ask yourself the right questions. Like, am I loving? Am I kind? Do I go extra miles for others? Don't do the contrary. Don't bear grudges. Don't resort to resentment. Examine yourself. Self-examination can never be overemphasized if we truly desire long-lasting relationship. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous. Love is not boastful. Love is not arrogant or rude. It's not rude. Love does not insist on its own way. It must be my own way. It does not go my own way. This thing is not going to happen. You can see it happening in relationships. A party wants things to be done their way. If it's not done their way, then it should not be done. Love is not resentful. Love rejoices in right things. It believes all things, bears all things, hopes and endures all things. Love is key to long-lasting and progressive relationship. I tell you this. I will share with you my personal experience on the importance of sowing love into the life of others and its attendant benefits. At a time in my life, I had for some time felt lonely and not loved by others. In fact, I wasn't sought after whenever I'm absent, maybe from an event or from anything, from important meetings. And when next I show up in the meetings, I was never asked the reason for my absence. Can you imagine that? I cried in my closet because I felt dejected and less important. I felt nobody loves me. I started behaving rudely to anyone I encountered, or because of the mindset I had that nobody loved me. Not until I listened to a tape, and at some point in the audio tape, the speaker spoke words that hit me so hard, man. He said, some of us look out to receive what we don't give out. Whatever you so desire first, give out, then expect a similar return. Do you understand? Whatever you want, give it out first. If you want to be complimented, give out compliments. If you want to be appreciated, appreciate people. I was researching one time on elephants and while studying, I came across an interesting characteristic it had. The animal consumes a certain kilogram of food and gives out certain kilogram of waste product. They take in about 150 kilograms and they excrete 80 to 100 kilograms as waste product. Whenever the elephant fails to give out waste product, it dies. The elephant's waste product serves as manure for grass growth. Do you understand? The elephant might be ignorant of what love means, but the attitude it portrays shows a fruit of love which is giving. Giving. Whoever you love, you give to. Giving is a product of love, whether material or immaterial things. But even you are giving something, you're giving advice, you're giving material or immaterial things, tangible or intangible things, but you are giving. Whenever we desire to see our relationship wax strong and endure for long, we should never be ignorant of the fact that love gives. See to it that your associates progress because of your immense contribution in their lives. They should be able to say, I met John, I met Jane, and my life changed. I was at this level spiritually, mentally, relationally, financially, and when I met them, I experienced a quantum leap. They should be able to say this about you. Add value to people you love. Whoever you are related to as a boss, subordinate, father, mother, friend, or sibling, make sure you are impacting their life. Make sure you impact lives every single day of your life. Be contribution driven. Always seek for what to contribute into the lives of others. Now, I'll give you an assignment to do. Take a piece of paper, go to a quiet place, write down what you feel you are being deprived of and people depriving you. Write down what you are deprived of and the name of people who you think, or the group of people you think are depriving you of that thing. If it's a family member, write a polite speech on a paper, short and concise. Then schedule a meeting with that family member and ask them questions from the speech you have written. Questions like, what do you think I should have given you that I'm not giving you? Like, how do you feel when I deprive you? Ask them these questions. Ask them, have you told me about it? Then apologize and promise to change. And not just promise, make sure you put in efforts to change. Don't forget to record the conversation with a sound recorder so as to enable cross-checking, going through what the person says, like revisiting it, so you don't just have the conversation, but you have something to go back to, so you can actually put in work to change. To cross-check that with that person said and the faults you found in yourself. Then take corrections immediately and watch yourself prosper relationally. So one key to long-lasting relationship, number one that I've just talked about, is love. Love. And when you love, you give, material or immaterial. Now, the second key to long-lasting relationship is forgiveness. Many have ended relationships that lasted for decades in a day owing to unforgiveness. So many marriages broken, lives and properties destroyed, dreams battered on a platter on the platform of unforgiveness. Can you imagine? Forgiveness is akin to love as regards attitude. Forgiveness should be governed by love and not situations. I, for one, have been hurt. I've been hurt so many times. I can't even count. By people I actually trust, people that I love, people that I respect. They've hurt me. They forsook and betrayed me. Some might have, same might have happened to you too. You just have to let go. This brief illustration might be useful whenever this brief illustration might be useful in helping us understand the true meaning of forgiveness. Now, whenever a child's hands are full of peanuts, no matter what you choose to offer the child, he or she will be unable to receive the offer because his or her hands are filled and closed. Until that child throws that peanuts he or she holds in his or her hand, he or she can't take what you have to offer. Until we forgive and let go, we will not be able to take the good things people and life itself offers. Until we let go, we won't be able to take hold, have full grasp of that thing life has to offer and people have to offer. So forgiveness is paramount to long-lasting relationship. If only that wife cheated on could forgive her husband, she would have enjoyed the best of that marriage. If only that nation forgave the other nation their trespasses, many lives would have been preserved. If you, listening to me, only forgave that person who had hurt you so bad, you both would have achieved a lot together. I know it hurts, but you should have achieved a lot. Anytime you feel not to forgive, act against that feeling. Forgive. Feelings don't determine our success. Our purposeful actions do. Feelings are unstable, but positive and predetermined actions, which turns into attitudes, are stable and is beneficial to all. I'll say that again. Feelings are unstable, but your positive and predetermined actions, which turns into attitudes, are stable and is beneficial to all. Remember, you always reap what you sow. You sow forgiveness, you reap forgiveness. Presently or in the future, learn to forgive. My brother, my sister, learn to forgive. Learn to take that bold decision of forgiving before being offended. Make a resolution in your mind that even before I get offended, I will forgive. Before leaving your room, determine to forgive anyone who offends you throughout that day. Now, what do you do? What do? You go to a quiet place now. This is an assignment for you. Take a piece of paper, write down the names of your offenders and their offenses. Stretch forth your arms a little, closing your palms together. Call the names of all your offenders, mentioning their offenses alongside, and say you are forgiving them. Don't be ashamed to cry. Don't be ashamed to cry. That's why you are alone there. That's why I told you to go to a quiet place. Call out their names and pray that God blesses, protects, and forgives them. Smile and laugh alone for 7 minutes. When you are done, go home and enjoy peace in your heart. So that's the second key to long-lasting relationship. And I believe you've actually learned so much. But that's not all. We are moving to the third. The third, which is patience. The third key to a long-lasting relationship. We lose patience too quick, thereby, giving up on promising relationships. We quit relationships because we don't usually get the results we so crave for. Patience isn't easy. It's not easy, I know. I can relate to that. Some of us don't really understand the meaning of patience. So my definition of patience is simply put that patience is the act of doing a particular thing till positive results are achieved. Maintaining a particular mindset until a positive result is achieved. Patience means having a constant and stable mindset about a thing until intended results are realized. We should not think or even give up on our relationships, even when we don't see those things we want to see happening immediately. Patience is not faith. Faith makes things possible and even opens a new chapter. But while patience keeps the chapter open. So you might believe so much in your relationship, business, or even marital relationship, working. You believe so much that anything is possible. You can achieve great heights and altitude with your partner, business partner, or whoever you're in a relationship with. But without patience, that realm, thinking positively, that was open because of your faith will get shut. It will close up if you refuse to be patient. Patience keeps that realm open for you and to you. It is through faith and patience that we obtain desired results in our relationships. You need to strongly believe in the possibility of achieving great feats with your associates. Be patient. Be patient even when the future of the relationship looks blurry. It's through faith and patience we obtain a promising future in our relationship. Take for instance, you wanting to see the doctor. You are put on a queue to wait until it's your turn. You bear whatever noise you hear right in the reception hall because you know you will surely see the doctor. You bear. You wait. Same applies to our everyday life, relationships notwithstanding. It is those who wait for a thing that eventually receives that thing. You made an order, you placed an order, and refused to wait for it. You canceled the order. Would you get what you ordered? No. You placed an order for a meal in a restaurant. You could not wait till you were served your meal. You left the restaurant. Would you eat that meal? No. It is those who wait for a thing that eventually receives that thing. You have goals as regards your relationship, and you don't wait patiently, put in effort to ensure that relationship works, and you leave the relationship, you will not achieve that goal. You will keep moving from one relationship to another, with business partners, with family members, causing long-term grudge, resentment, relationship between you and your spouse. You ended, and you won't receive that thing you always desired. That wife or husband, that wife who is often provoked by the unrepentant attitude of her husband, should be patient. Same as the husband who is often provoked by the unrepentant attitude of his wife, should be patient too. That parent that is often irritated by the recurring failure in their child's academics should be patient too. It's hard, it's painful, paying the tuition fees of your child, and they don't end up getting good grades. It's painful. But you have to be patient with your child. That nation, unfairly treated by other nations, should be patient. We know you deserve more as a nation, but your patience will do a lot of good to your people and those people in other nations too. Patience is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. Yeah, you are strong when you wait. It shows how strong you are. Character, which is a great asset to your talent, is incomplete without patience. When you feel like breaking up with an associate, pause, brother, pause, sister, and ask yourself whether or not you have applied patience enough for a long period of time. Patience is never tired of waiting for desired goals. Remember what I said in our first chapter, love is patient. If you truly love that associate, your spouse, your family, your friend, your business partner, that love should produce patience. Now, what are the things you should put in practice, like your assignment from this study on patience? Patience is work, just like the remaining keys of long-lasting relationship. We talked about love and forgiveness. Patience too requires effort. Be determined to be intentionally patient. Every morning, before seeing anyone, speak to yourself and say these words. Patience does not imply weakness. Being patient doesn't mean sluggishness. Patience is a sign of unsurmountable strength, unbeatable magnificence. I choose to be strong. I choose to be patient. Say these words to yourself every morning. Those words should be your meditation throughout your day. Watch what peace will invade and fill your heart when you do this every day of your life. Do you understand? We talked about love. We talked about forgiveness. We just talked about patience. The next key is endurance. Patience is more of waiting in the midst of difficulties, for a desired result. Endurance is more about being able to bear severe circumstances for the sake of what was promised. Patience is waiting. Endurance is bearing whatever mishaps, whatever pain while you are waiting. Be patient, be endurant. We need to bear and take whatever problem and trials that arises in our relationships if we want it to last long. I myself have, by the reason of community I grew up in, I've seen instances where wives are blamed for not giving birth to children, childlessness, while her husband's mother comes to rain insult on her, calling her all sort of names. Now, being able to bear those insults without aggressively retaliating is what we call endurance. We should learn to understand that, see, there are seasons and opportunities. Every human on planet Earth has his or her season for undeniable positive results. You have your season. If only the woman's mother-in-law would understand this, she would not have played a tyrant in suppressing that woman because she's childless. True endurance is based on right living. Don't forget this. Don't misunderstand me. We should not be persecuted for wrongdoings and call it endurance. No. When you do something wrong, you receive the punishment. You are not being endurant. You are simply being punished. You are taking what you deserve. But when you don't do something wrong and you are falsely accused, you are suppressed, you are oppressed, and you don't aggressively retaliate, you bear. That's endurance. We should always give our opponents no ground to point allegations at us. So whenever you're in a relationship, learn to endure. There will be times when your business partners will say things that will hurt you, make you feel like you're not putting in work to ensure your business grow, to ensure the growth of the business. But you need to bear it. There are times in your family you go through a lot. Your siblings treat you in a way you don't like. Over and over again, you endure for the sake of having a long-lasting relationship with them, with your spouse, your wife, your husband. There are situations you need to endure to ensure that relationship lasts long. So I'll be halting here, and I believe that you've learned quite something, a lot, I would say, maybe little, whatever, about the keys to a long-lasting relationship: love, forgiveness, patience, endurance. I need you to know that it is possible to be in a relationship happy and enjoy longevity in your relationship. Longevity is possible in every relationship. Follow principles. I am Joy Auta. I love you. God bless you. Thank you.